Hope all is well. I'm your host, Darren Green, and this is another episode of TDGS Reviews. As you know, we are talking about Euphoria. In this case, we're talking about episode 4. Um, I think it's called "You Who Cannot See Thinks of Those Who." I'm like, okay, this is not a riddle. Not in the
Repeat
title.
this, Batman.
Okay, it's Riddler. So what was your guys' thoughts? So it's a little bit of it's a smaller group today, but we still got the energy.
So this episode was a lot, a whole lot of.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was very involved. Like this is the type of episode that gets like awards and stuff. Like that's what it was. Like it was
Yeah,
heavy on the writing, heavy on the allegories and
Hmm.
euphemisms and metaphors and all of that stuff. So this was a writer's room episode. Like they were in the writer's room. Like okay, we finna get them something this episode.
Yeah. I mean the scoring. Like I
the
wanted to highlight
scoring,
that.
the
Yes,
cinematography. It was
Hmm.
like those ending shots, those last ending shots,
yes, because when
perfection.
they played that song, I went to a lesbian bar or something. It was something about I either made love to a lesbian, went to something about lesbian. I was like, okay, what is that? It was cool. It was cool.
I love the song choices too. When Labyrinth hugs and I was like, oh my god, like I was in tears. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she died or not, but we'll get into that. But
I thought she was
Girl,
going
the
on. I
children
thought
on
she got
Twitter
that
thought she
song
was
like
dead. I said she's not dead. I'm trying to figure out when she's gonna start selling these drugs
I thought she
because,
was
I'm
going into
starting to
the
feel like
stepping
that
into
was
the
never
white
the
light.
plan.
well, of course that was never the plan. I knew that was never the plan, but like at some point, like is she gonna even like? I want her at least to attempt. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
She's not going to attempt. She's already settled in on seeing Pablo Escobar down there in Mexico, where she's about to be sold off to. Okay, she's already,
When you
she's
seen the
all good.
sneak preview for the next episode, I don't know. I think
I did see the sneak preview, and the chick who the supplier chick, the
mhm.
distro chick, seems like she's aware at the next episode that it's not happening, and yeah. Mm,
Mm. I think
mm.
I will say this. Just to circle back on what you said, Harry. I think it is kind of people like missed out the part where Zendaya was like literally dancing to herself. How did y'all come
right?
to the realization that oh my goodness she OD'd or she died? This, that, and the third. I get it. Like she was in the choir, like she was in church. I was like, child, if I see a casket, I know one thing.
Yeah, I thought that was the part that because I was
Uh,
like, well, maybe is she dreaming of herself? Because I was like, she's not dead. I was thinking maybe is she's dreaming of herself at her
mhm.
own funeral,
I
but
thought she was slowly ODing and maybe stepping into the white light. Like I was like, oh, okay, we're going into the light. Go
You said
ahead,
to the white lights,
because
talking to
but I
my
feel like
dad and
we're
everything
too early into the season
to be
for
doing
her
that.
to be stepping into white lights.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they could kill her off, and then she could be like this
oh my god,
picture ghost type character.
Not
we're
sure.
not. We're
Oh,
it's not giving candy. Um,
not Candy
it's not giving
or
candy.
Hannah fucking Baker. Like, girl, I swear she stayed a ghost on that damn. If y'all watch 30 Reasons Why,
I didn't watch
um,
13 Reasons Why.
yeah, she was annoying because she kept on. I'm like, girl, this
I never watched
not.
her TV, so I didn't need to.
But nevertheless, let's get into the timeline and everything. So it starts off with these iconic movie scenes with Rue and Jules. We've seen a
Hmm.
scene of like the Titanic scene when it was on the boat and holding each other. Sleep. We seen the Sleeping
Hmm.
Beauty scene and Brokeback Mountain Child. I was like, nah, they got Brokeback
Yeah,
Mountain.
I didn't need the Brokeback Mountain. That was really gratuitous. I was like,
Really? I liked it. It was
mm.
I
cute.
felt
I was
like
like,
I like the fact that Rue was in the dominating portion, like she played the dominating role in all of these
Hmm.
scenarios.
Rue was always the
Um,
male figure.
yeah, she was always the dominant or male figure in these
Yeah,
roles.
I like that. Yeah.
I did appreciate that just because where we see Rue or we're seeing Jules in a softer air. Because even
Okay.
in the first scene, she was Aphrodite, or the birth of Aphrodite. They was doing the birth of Aphrodite, and I was like, okay, this is cute. Like
Wait a minute, that
whenever,
was her.
yeah.
Oh, okay, body, yaddy, yaddy. Let me see.
When they
It
were,
was,
yeah, when they
yeah.
were doing, because it
I
was
didn't know.
her, it was her that, like, Rue was imagining her as Aphrodite when she was like, I just love her so much,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
but it don't really show.
it was Frida. She's high all the time. I'm like, people are failing to realize like she's high all the time. Even in I called it last week because everybody's like, oh
Mhm.
well, maybe she's asexual. No, she's just high. Like
Yeah,
she
you
don't know
can't
what's
feel
going.
nothing when you high. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had to
and
break
then
it down.
she even said it. She was like, I'm like I don't know what she's doing. I can't feel anything because I'm high on narcos. Like, like
Not
so.
high on narcos.
The fact
Um,
that, but the
She had to
fact
fake an
that,
orgasm. I'm like, girl, you playing it
but
too
that's
well.
the thing to me when she faked the orgasm. Everybody knows when you fake an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so. Even the people who say, "Oh, I'm the best at it," I talk to their partner, and they be like, "Yeah, they faked it." Like you can't. As much as people like to think they can fake an orgasm,
Some people look at
the
that
other
as
person usually knows.
I
some people look
mean,
at that
I
as
don't know
that's
because
all to say.
I don't know because I have sex with men, so I was just like, I've never had a man fake an orgasm, or I've never seen a man fake an orgasm. Now with women, I can't really say, because um,
You said,
I, mm,
right.
so I
I mean,
don't know what that looks like,
I've
but
watched a man. I haven't had one fake one with me, but I've watched one with me because I do a lot of group stuff, and I've been in the company and room of people having sex with other people.
Y'all
I
all
am
Judge
right,
your mama,
Teddy?
don't judge me.
crying.
Judge your mama, don't judge me. Okay.
Oh, I'm not
But
judging you.
Oh,
I'm just
anyway,
trying
we're not
to.
judging.
I'm
um,
crying.
I've seen it, and it's like so like that's what you're doing. Like really, that wasn't even believable. Like men are so like clockable in that way. Like
Right.
it's just so unbelievable. Like you're
Mm.
not that good of an actor. I'm
Not
just
you're not
saying.
that good of an actor.
You just not.
And then
Ooh,
and
buddy.
then when she did fake it, Jules went for Jules not to like what's the boy name?
Elliot.
Elliot. For Jules not
Like
to like him, she tell him everything. Um
She never not liked it, Elliot. I think that was
right.
a
She never not
facade.
liked him.
She liked him
The
both
only time
in both
she had an issue with him is when she thought she was competing with him
hmm
um for room.
But once she thought since she was on the damn chopping block, I'm like, okay, well damn. They ended up screwing. They didn't screw all the way, but they was definitely screwing this episode.
Well, I feel like they did when they closed that goddamn door at the end of the episode.
but like she
No,
just
that was an abstract scene. You can't really
she
count
was
that. You don't know.
I'm accounting.
No,
But
when they closed
like
that door at the end of the episode, I was like, oh,
You
but
just
it
okay.
was
came back.
like it was like why it was like you do all this, him and Han about him having a crush on Rue, and she's always asking that question. She's always accusing Rue of liking him and this, that, and the third. And Rue is honestly just using him for drugs, but she don't know that yet.
How is she
What
using Jules for drugs though?
I mean, not Jules for
Well,
drugs, Elliot for drugs. My
Elliot for
bad.
drugs. Okay, yeah.
Um, but Jules doesn't know that part at this moment yet.
Yeah.
Um,
I had
but
yeah, and I want to say this, and I understand because I was on live with one of my mutuals, and they was telling me, "Oh no, you gonna understand? Like she got an issue, you got an issue." Rue and I were not. I was not with her this episode, and I feel like not only okay, you faked the orgasm, we get okay, you were high. She
but that
seems
whole drop me
annoyed
off
by
scene
Jules's
pissed me off.
presence. Like she seems annoyed by her presence. Like, and my thing is, you don't have to be around her. It's not like you need
right,
Jules to get to the drugs.
That whole
Your
drop
ass
me
can
off
stay at
thing
home.
pissed me off with Rude. Like I haven't been on Rue's side since maybe episode 3 of season 1.
hmm
Like I've been with
not
Rude.
episode 3.
Maybe
I
episode
like Rue
3.
last season. She was
I
cool, but
didn't. She
this
She
got on
was
my nerves.
trying, but see, last season she was trying to like be sober. She was making an attempt. This season it's very obvious that she don't care no more. She's gonna do what she wanna do. She's fully into her relapse, and it is what it is. But I just feel like with um with her, she it's like everybody's enabling her. Everybody
Mhm.
knows. I feel like everybody kind of has an idea. Everybody has a hint. Everybody has seen, her kind of relapse. Everybody doesn't know the extent of her relapse, but everybody knows she's like drinking now and she's smoking weed. So
Mhm.
like, but nobody is really like calling her out on her shit. And she's just kind of doing what she wants to do.
Which is, and that's the sad part to me, because if the inevitable happens and she does pass away, then everybody's going to be running to the, oh my God, I didn't see this coming, or we should have seen this coming. Oh, you did see it coming. You literally sat there and
Everybody was
watched
acting
it and
oblivious, it seemed like, once.
allowed it and just sat on the sidelines like, well, this car is crashing. We see the crash about to happen, but we're not going to do anything to stop. We're just going to let the crash happen. I'm
You know
like,
what though? You know what though? Because I feel like people, when we were in high school, we thought that we were so invincible. I think that's where it comes to, like, people like, oh, she gonna be all right. She just going through her little thing. I don't even got time for it. In some cases, people don't know how to deal with it. You know, I feel like everybody is kind, like, I don't know. I feel like people was like, the way when I got on live the other day on TikTok, and people was just like hammering Jules, saying like, "Oh my God, Jules is being like a little Cassie today," and this, that, and the third, and
She's definitely, I mean, she definitely is. I mean, the way, everything was going on when, she was telling Elliot
Mhm,
about, oh, she faked the orgasm and then she's easily swayed into making out with him. And then
mhm.
they were practically going to have sex before Rue texted and said that she was there. And even when she went to the bathroom, they
they was
commenced
over
to
there
make
about to get
out.
it down.
So
Like,
it's like it's definitely giving Cassie. It's definitely, and I mean, they're not even. At least Cassie waited until Maddie and Nathan broke up. She not even like she ain't even
You're not even
trying
broken
to
up.
break up with Rue. Like she's not even attempting to break up with Rue.
Okay,
So,
yeah, that's true.
I think that part. I think that Jules is handling it the wrong way, not in the same regard that you did. Like, I think at this point, Jules understands that, and when I say this point, by the end of this episode, Rue doesn't really want to be with her. Let's just be honest.
She
And I
understands
think
that. Yeah,
she's coming to terms with that. And I think that she's not handling that the right way. Like, sometimes, and I don't, a lot of people have been in a situation where somebody wants to break up with you, but they don't exactly know how to. And for me, usually when I sense that, I'm the first one. No, you ain't even got to do it. I got you. I'll go ahead
I'm
and
the
break
type to
this
get
off for
aggravated.
you.
I'm like, well, tell me, because see, my mind
Because that
will think
whole
that,
situation in
yeah,
the car when she said, just let me go home. When
and then
Elliot
she was like,
kind
I'm
of said
tired
the
of you.
same thing, Elliot said the exact same thing that Jewel said. But Elliot said it was no problem. Jewel said it, and now it's like, oh, let me out the car. Let me out right here.
well, I
Really?
think it was
She got
Really?
because
something. She got
Jules.
something against Jules. She, for some reason,
I
I
think
don't
it's
think.
because Jules kept pressing the issue. Like Jules said, "Why are you drinking?" And then she was like, "Well, I don't really drink like that. I'm
Yeah,
just
that was
drinking
a
it's just
dumbass
one."
thing to say.
And
Because
then
I'm like,
she kept pressing the issue, just like she kept pressing the issue
But
about
remember,
liking.
Elliot was whispering to Jules
mm,
she shouldn't be drinking. I don't know if he was
But
whispering to
it's
Jules
different when
or
somebody is kind of
whispering.
like just kind of saying something to you versus badgering you. Like it's
yeah,
like okay,
Jules was
like.
being badgering because she was. First of all, Elliot said it first, and then she was like, "Are you drinking, bitch? Yeah, we got the damn liquor. Then you know what? Yeah, I'm drinking." I mean, well, I can see how she can get aggravated, but like Zendaya's, oh, not Zendaya, Rue's response to me, that just was cold. I was like, damn. She said, "I'm sick of you," and
But
it's not
we
even at that moment. She's talking about a whole. She's been harboring that feeling for a
Yeah,
minute.
Well, I mean, because we have to remember the scene prior to this, like it was like this weird kissing situation,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of felt like, which you also called this that they were gonna try to get Rue into like this, group situation or try to
I
persuade
saw
her
it,
to,
child.
and so it didn't go there, but it kind of did. Like it was like, but I don't really think I'm gonna do this, like Ruby high, but she don't be that high.
No, you said Ruth
uh,
it was picking up some stuff. I mean, look,
right.
You think Rue likes Elliot? I don't
I
think
mean,
Rue like.
she might. She definitely. I mean, because even when
I
Elliot did
don't
kiss
think
her,
she
she was like,
does.
"It
She
was
don't like
amazing."
anybody but narcotics. Like she.
Yeah, I feel like
mm,
if she liked Elliot, they would have done something by now. I feel like it.
I just don't believe. I don't know. I mean, it's just like. And my thing is, why fake it though? Like she has. I mean, she got the drugs from what's the name, Mouse's baby mother and stuff like that.
Well,
You
because
don't
at
have
the
to go nowhere.
time, at the time, she wasn't trying to. She didn't want Jules to know she was high. So
I mean, but the thing about it is, if you eating somebody's box out for 25 minutes, I mean,
First of
20,
all,
that's a long ass time. And if you was really feeling it like that, there would be a lot more tossing and turning, squirming
right,
and all of that stuff. And so that's why you don't have to keep asking somebody, is this good? This okay? If it really is.
right.
yeah,
25
But I
minutes
mean,
in?
Jules is also inexperienced in eating box. Like this,
girl. At
this her
that
first
Girl,
point,
box.
when we got the 10 minutes, I'm like, now do me,
exactly.
because we
Not
because
now, do me.
Girl, okay. Girl,
because Miss you ain't gonna
25
use
minutes.
mine.
I'm screaming.
25 minutes. Dear God. Oh, listen,
Hell,
foreplay on one person for 25 minutes is excessive, okay? That's
Is
why it's
it?
foreplay.
mm, mm.
Like, we gonna flip back and forward, okay? I
And
ain't finna just
you
be
know, Jules is
doing you.
probably the breathing and every. You gotta time your
Well, let me
breathing
not
and
tell on myself then.
I
you
ain't finna just be doing you 25 minutes straight and you don't do
Let me
nothing to
not.
me. You don't do
25
nothing to
minutes.
me. A whole 25 minutes and
But
you ain't
see,
did nothing
Jules
to
should
me
have
and I
known
done
had the foresight if it's taking that long for this motherfucker to come.
okay. And then as
You
soon as you ask, now she coming.
at
Girl,
this point, you better
girl.
just make a call and you gotta go. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
But you know
it's
what?
weird.
That's where best friends come in handy because whenever I have a sneaky link, my good Judy's know 15 minutes in, bitch, call my phone. If I answer, that's my exit strategy. If I don't answer, that means, bitch, I'm having a good time and I'm good. They already know. You got to have your friends on time. I'm girl.
Moving along.
I'm
So,
just saying.
yeah, I don't know why
Harry, you look
I'm
like you
blurred
know
out
about
today.
that. Don't act like you don't know about
Honey, we on the
Zoe!
sleep mode. Sleep. Look, don't do not disturb. You know.
I'm crying.
But anyway, Cassie and Nate, they got
Oh,
into it.
listen,
And at first,
listen,
and
Cassie.
let me just say
Cassie
this.
finally decided she wanted to play chess instead of checkers, and I really hated for her.
It's not even
But you didn't keep
chess.
that same energy at the party though. Like I wanted her to bow out and be like,
Yeah, she
She's
I
was
not even playing chess.
she
She's
was
playing
needed to.
Connect
all
Four.
but I think she was scared. It was more of her I think because she was just all weepy and shit at the fucking party. I was so
I'm
irritated.
like, girl, you had
Um,
it. You had it.
um, but it just irritated. But I felt like she was afraid of getting caught, and she was drunk. And she'd already been drinking, so she was just weepy and all that. Ugh, I can't
I'd have
stand.
weeped in
I
that bathroom a
cannot
good
She's
stand.
5
afraid
minutes
of
and got
I
getting
my
caught.
ass
cannot
up.
stand a
What?
white girl that's just always crying. Like,
Wait,
girl,
wait.
that
When you
shit
said
up.
she was afraid of getting caught, what was she afraid of getting
Getting
caught?
caught how? And like
I mean,
Nate
I
was gonna
guess,
trip her.
yeah.
It's
But
just
I feel like she said, like, I feel like a lot of this stuff that she said in front of Nathan was just trying to like
you
bother
thought she was gonna
him.
you
She
thought
was
she
trying
was
to
gonna
get.
out herself?
Listen,
I
you
don't think she
say
was gonna
she
out
playing
herself.
chess.
Like I said, I feel like a lot of the stuff that she said to Nathan, especially when she said, I don't care if Maddie finds out
She
because y'all
does
don't deserve to
care.
be together."
Otherwise, she would have
Right, because I feel
already
like
said something to
right.
Maddie.
I think she
And it's
said it
so
just to get
apparent.
under his skin. She was trying to play him to
Mm-hmm.
get him to, I
See, here's
guess,
the thing. Nate already told her, yeah, Maddie gonna be mad as fuck at me, but that bitch gonna fuck you up. And see, if
yeah,
I was Nate, I would have done this. Oh, you want to tell her? Don't worry, let's do it now. Bitch, let's call this whore right now. And let's just do it.
Girl.
Since you about this
I
life,
don't know.
No, see, and some people feel like Nate is
I'll call her
only
bluff. I would have
messing
called her
around
bluff.
with Maddie right now because she got the tape.
So I don't know about that. I feel like Nate still likes Maddie. And like they're that toxic relationship where y'all they just go back and forth at
Hmm.
like all the
Yeah, I think he
time.
still likes Matt. I'm with you
I
on that.
think he
I think he
still
still
I
does
do
like
think he still has feelings for Maddie. But what I will say is he's more inclined to trying to get back with Maddie because she does have the CD tape.
I really don't feel like he likes Cassie at all. I think she was just a good fuck.
I
I
don't
really feel
know.
like
I
she was
think
a
he,
good
Like
I
I
fuck.
think
feel like he
he
likes
like
them.
both.
I feel like he likes them both. Like I'm not like
Yeah.
I don't think that he doesn't like Cassie. I just think he doesn't like Cassie as much as he still likes Maddie. Um and
Hmm.
but like I said, because he's more inclined to because him and Maddie do this back and forth all the time. Like
Hmm.
even when they were in the pool, you
But
know,
that's the signs of real. You know, when you love somebody, you do that back and forth. If you're into
right.
somebody like that, I'm not going back and forth
But
with a
I
bitch
feel
I don't
like
like like
I
that.
feel like he's more inclined to
Not
do
L
the back
Teddy
and
toxic,
forth.
honey.
Because before he was doing the back and forth and he was trying to make Maddie Maddie
Mhm.
jealous, and he was went to the dance with that one girl, and she had her ass a lot. I was like, bitch, who the fuck dresses like
Like
this?
to me,
Um,
Cassie is the quintessential. You don't know your place. You don't know your role. You done overstepped your bounds. You didn't realize what this was. You don't know your place, and you going way too far,
Mhm.
way too far.
well, I
And I fought
mean,
Nate for that. I
but
fought Nate for that. You let
I
this go
wanted her to be the
on.
bad. I wanted her to be the baddie on that scene when they was at that party, but she was just crying and drink. I'm like, girl, not when you get paid
Because when
that
she
damn
came,
list,
remember
honey.
when
Because
she came out that room with the swimsuit on, and who asked her what you got on? Was it what did Cat ask her?
no, she didn't ask. She was like, she said some kind of snarky
Or
remark.
she said something
And
like nice
her one
choice or
little
stuff
line they
like
gave her this
that.
episode, she was like, that's a choice or something like that. Like
Right, something like, and because I think we all look like, girl, what you the hell?
Maddie
But
is
then,
starting to put
Mama,
two
when
and two
you
together.
started vomiting on
yeah,
everybody,
no, Maddie's definitely putting two and two together. Like people keep,
Let's
oh,
be
Maddie's
clear.
like she's putting two and two together. I feel like Maddie was putting two and two together the first time she saw
hmm
them, but
And the way
um,
I'm sorry, the way when they all was in that hot tub and Maddie and Nate was going into it, the way Cassie was just sitting all comfortable. I'm like, girl, if you don't give him some space, like, cause you about to blow your cover.
but
the
like
Like,
thing about it,
even in
but
that argument, which is why I said even in the argument, like Maddie and Nate go back and forth, and which is why I feel like he still likes her. He's just more inclined to try to get back with her so quickly
mhm.
first of
because she has the tape. But they were
first
going
of
back
all,
and forth,
Nate
and Maddie
should have
was
never
like,
got in that hot tub.
why were you so hasty with the no? Like, why were you so hasty that we aren't getting back together? Like, what is that?" She was like, "It's different when I say it than versus when you say it." Like, she was just
Nate was stupid. He was a high
Mhm.
school boy. You should have saw the setup. You do not go to your girlfriend, your ex girlfriend's party. That's all girls by yourself. And then, oh, why don't you say you're supposed to do the look around like, yeah, no, this is a girls' party, and
Yeah,
this
like,
ain't
why were you
regular.
here? Like, drop off the gift and leave.
Right. Drop off the gift, chuck up the deuces.
well,
I'm
of
going
course,
out with my I'm supposed to
Maddie wanted him
be
to
with my
stay.
boy.
Like,
Mm-mm. But that's even more reason why if you a dude and your girlfriend, it's nothing but girls that it should be like stay. Nah, this sound like a setup. Nah, we
And
ain't
let me
doing
tell
that.
you something. Lexi was doing this the
Mm-mm.
entire time.
Mm-hmm.
so let's talk about Lexi because even at the party, like Lexi, I feel like Lexi is determined to be in the background because
Not in the back,
But
not the
Lexi is
she
taking
is
notes for that good play,
because
honey.
so like let's talk about it because Lexi, while they were at the party and they took the group picture together, Lexi hid behind Kat,
I seen that. I noticed that.
and it was
I
like
didn't notice that. I'm glad now I gotta go back and see that. Because I didn't even notice
I was
that.
like, why? I mean, like I get, you're the quote unquote ugly sister or the not as attractive sister. And so, not everybody pays attention to you, and you're like the only one that's actually responsible in this household because your mother's a drunk, your sister's a fucking ditz, and your daddy is an addict, and y'all haven't seen him for the last 7 years or whatever
But
the
you
case
know
may
what I
be.
want to know? I want to know how much she shared with what's this black chick's name? Bobby?
I can't remember her name,
I think her
but
name was
yeah.
Bobby or something like that. Anyway, because she was trying to get the people auditioning to play to to mimic Cassie when Cassie was saying that to her. And
Right.
so Bobby was the one that said, "Yeah, you're not the right one. Next person." How does Bobby have that much insight on whether or not they were close enough to being or sounding like Cassie did in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, how much has she shared with her about everything that's going on?
I
Because
want to
when
know
you
how much
share
is
that
in
much,
this play. I want to know how
I
much
could
is in this play
I
because
could
Yeah,
see Bobby, if she shared that much with Bobby, I could see, if I'm just gonna call this girl Bobby for some reason, whatever.
not
But if
Bobby.
she shared that much with the black chick with the cute voice, and because you know how people could be messy, you know how we could be messy. The wrong time one of them hoes try and come for her, what's she gonna do? Girl, don't try and come for me because I already know X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. Don't do it.
You
You know
making
what
a
I'm
whole play
saying?
about your sister, bitch.
Right. She could just start spilling the beans, spilling tea,
Honey,
honey.
this is some
Or
this
do
is some
like me, I don't
tea.
spill tea. I kick the cup over. We don't spill it. We just kick the cup over. That's all we do.
I mean, it's the whole thing with Lex. She was always annoying to me because I feel like she wants to be like, oh, I'm the good person here. I'm the one that's gonna spectate and
Hmm.
capture this entire moment in our lives. And I'm like, girl, like, yeah, I noticed that when she tried to hide herself from, and somebody said it was like her trying to not be fake in the way that although everything is so good, everything is going good right now, and everyone's trying to fake it in this picture. I'm gonna be the one that's like, I ain't down with what's going on over here because she's starting to notice she's putting two and two together too. She
yeah.
really is starting to notice that okay, she's weird around Nate. You over here asking bitches, oh, is Nate about to be here?
Didn't and
Like,
I mean
ew.
we got a little bit of the people who we don't care about. Cause didn't Cassie have not Cassie, Cat have a scene with Ethan too?
They was in the
That
car
we
going like this. I'm
that we
like,
didn't care about. Didn't she?
she just be there, honey. She don't say nothing. She just be there.
I thought I remember Cat talking to Ethan at one point in the episode.
No, she was talking. She was talking to Maddie because she finally came clean. This is the episode where everybody came clean.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she was
About
talking to
how
Maddie
she
about
don't
how
like
she,
how she
yeah,
don't like Ethan.
hmm
Hmm.
which was real. I'm like, I'm glad we're getting into the meat and potatoes. I mean, is it taking liquor for all this to come out now?
But I don't think it was looking for Cat. I think she was just, she was just been
Hmm.
wanting to say it to somebody, and Maddie was the person that she was able to say it to.
And Maddie was the right one because Maddie came right out and said, "Girl, you don't got to feel bad about it, honey. That's how it is, honey. You
Is
think
that
you want
okay?
one thing and you really want something else."
Hmm.
She wasn't lying.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess because everyone was looking at her to be like, oh, this is this perfect relationship. Let me just fake it till I make it. Everybody faking it till they make
Everybody
it, and that's
wants a
the
bad
problem.
boy, and every bad boy wants a good girl. Let's just be
Uh
clear.
huh.
I don't
Well,
know. But she just, I mean, Kat not doing much talking this season. I'm really sad about that because she had such a good season last season.
Mhm.
But they're kind of like playing her to the left. I'm not sure why I did hear about some of the behind the scenes situations with her and Mr. Levin, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Um,
mm, yeah. And we see Cal. Let's get into that.
Listen, Kyle's monologue was
Mm.
epic. When I tell you that entire monologue gave like, I mean, he's
I
still
mean,
racist.
his entire, I mean,
He's
all of
still
his
a
scenes in this,
pedophile.
all of his scenes in this
You trying to
season
get an
or
Emmy?
in this episode, right? All of his scenes in this particular episode were very telling. Like when he pulled out, his old, Jeep and all of that. Like I don't know if it's the concussion that he got
Mm-hmm. Got him
that
feeling a little.
Ashtray gave him that has him
Okay,
feeling, a little bit more not so himself, um, or whatever the case may be. And then he went to, the bar, and then he was having the
like
the
wrestling and
hallucination.
shit.
Yeah, he was
Remember
having
he
a
was
hallucination
wrestling?
of his friend, and
Mm-hmm.
then wrestling and all of that. And I kind of low key want to know who the friend was,
Like,
or
are we
what?
gonna
I
see
mean,
him?
not who the friend was, but who or how the friend ended up. Like, where is he now?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
hoping he was gonna show up one faithful night at that bar, and he just
Right.
showed up. Like I was like, oh snap, okay, oh okay. not a reunion. Not I'm about to leave y'all. Bye. Let me stop.
But here's the thing. Let's be clear. That wasn't very believable
Hmm.
because in most major cities, the gay bar is not the same gay bar 20 years later. Like
Hmm.
20 years, a bar will be done closed and turned into a whole other
Well,
thing.
these are
Either
white
another
gays
bar.
as well,
These are white gays. You know, they got a
and
little
it's
bit
not
more.
No,
like it.
even though, even the white gays. I'm
Um,
telling you what I know. Not that I know about 20 years ago, but I might.
Well, no, I mean, so Cal's drinking. He was drinking and driving. First of all, I was scared because this show
I
makes me
was afraid. I was
give
very
me
afraid.
so anxiety. I'm thinking, oh my god, is he gonna crash into Elliot and them because they were still kind of driving around? I'm like,
I have a friend that drives like that, sober.
and
Like
you're in
sober, he
Cali,
drives
like
like
with
that.
the mountains and everything. Like, are you dead ass?
I was clenching my like I had a whole V in my bed because I was clenching my butt muscles that hard.
Mm,
So there
not a V.
was
crying.
upside down V in my bed because I was clenching my
Mm,
butt muscles. I'm
I don't
just
know.
saying.
We thought he was gonna run into somebody. I'm like, child, if you don't drive this car
But
right.
baby, when Mama Girl got home and started reading everyone their mother
I didn't
fucking
understand the
right,
peeing. I didn't understand it. I was like, why did he have to pee? I was like, I get
he
he's
had
trying
to
to
He
like, do
was
pee.
we have to
snaking.
see?
He had to
Like, do we
He was
pee.
have to
snaking a
see
garden
white
girl.
penis? Like, we were doing so well with not seeing white penis this
Yes,
episode,
like oh my
and
god.
then it just ended up all
No,
on my screen, and
we've
I'm just
seen white
confused.
penis every
Maybe
episode
he
so
kept it
far.
out. Like, in front of your son.
Right? It was just like it was like I was just
Like,
like, oh
right, here
my
I am.
god.
Just see
I'm
me.
like,
Just see me.
I don't want to see it.
The other
Mm,
thing is, so when he called out his other son who kept saying, "What are you doing there?" He was like, "I saw your porn history." I was wondering if you're on the hub, are you on the straight categories or are you on the one that the tab that says straight home or are you on the tab that says gay home? Because there's two tabs.
Crying.
So the categories he called out could have been either or. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because the way he was looking like, oh, you got me. Yeah, bitch, we got
But I
you,
mean, everybody. I mean, everything. I mean, he called out people. I mean, but like what, like
bitch.
what
Mm-hmm.
he was calling out for them doing was not as truly egregious as his actions. Like I was just like,
mm.
these are regular things that people like. Like some people like watching gangbangs. So that's just what they like. Like some like.
Mm-mm. Because it made it seem like he was saying, oh, bitch, you trying to call me out like I'm the horrible one. Bitch, I know what you be looking at and what you done seen. So don't try and cause he even had to look on his face after
Mhm.
his dad said that, like, oh, bitch, y'all saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, like he was caught. Like he
And
had his head in
right.
a cookie jar.
Right. I don't
The way
know.
he
I
came
just
out and the way that wife, which confirmed a lot of things. That
But
girl
she
always knew.
knew.
She knew, and I'm
She
like,
knew.
you
She knew the
strong,
whole
you
time.
let that like.
Like,
Mm.
baby, the way she closed that door, like, I can't be bothered. Baby, she went in that
I'm
room
like,
and closed the door,
what you
like,
expect? Like at this point,
I'm
my
ready
thing
to
is
type
if
of time.
so, we're now on. We all believe here that she knew for the long.
Mm-hmm.
Why would
yeah.
you allow that relationship to stay? And I get it. I was talking to other people. Oh, it was different times, and people that had children, you had to, be a family person, and you had to live certain
But
ways.
it was
That's
the
not true.
80s. It wasn't like it
That was
was.
That's
not
what
the
I'm
80s.
saying.
That was not the 80s. That was the 90s.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
promise
even
you, that's not how the 90s was. It was not like that. For white families or black families, it was not like, oh, we got a child, so we got this. That's not how it was.
yeah.
And so that's very not believable.
Right, which
Because
I'm
it
saying,
wasn't
it was like the 80s, so the narrative of this is the time or whatever the case may be doesn't make sense.
it wasn't the
Or the
80s.
length of how they or just for the duration of how long they stayed together. That would have like had they gotten married, I would have been like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then they got, divorced, 10, 15 years later. Okay, cool. Like, we get it, because y'all were just not. But like for y'all to be together and stay together and just be in this toxic relationship where y'all know both of y'all are sick in the fucking head, like it doesn't make any sense.
The
Yeah.
only part of it that would make sense, and it doesn't matter if it's the 80s, 90s, or even today, you do still have women that believe I like this dude. He might be bisexual or pansexual or whatever he might be.
Well, okay.
And I feel like if I have sex with him, get him pregnant, I might be able to get him to just stay and just be monogamous with me and not explore that other side, knowing full well he likes that other side as
And
well.
those women like to live a life of suffering.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. And so that's why I'm saying
There's a
that
whole
that
show
is
on TLC
it
about this.
doesn't matter what time period that still happens today. And
Mm,
so I'm saying back in the 90s, because this show is set in what today, right? This
mm-hmm.
show is set today. So at the very earliest, this is early 21st century. These kids were all born after 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no way back then in that era that was the way of thinking. That wasn't even the way of thinking back in the 90s. So it doesn't even make sense for that to be the case. It's just the mom, her being stupid as hell and thinking that you having this baby is going to be able to keep this man. And we
Mm-hmm.
know black, white, blue, or purple, gay, straight, and everything in between. That's an old adage, years and years and years, going since
Mm-hmm.
the annals of time.
Yeah. Now his sons, well, except for Nate, because Nate probably already knew, but the oldest son didn't know. So this was a shock to him.
I'm still trying to figure out who the third son is because
Didn't they say he ran away or something?
I
And then
don't
people
know.
trying to say he ashtray or something. I'm like,
No, he got sure.
yeah, there was a couple people on TikTok that was making that thought. I'm like, child, did y'all,
It
where
ain't
y'all be getting y'all
ashtray.
sources? Not sources.com. Like, come on now.
We
I
know
don't
it
know.
ain't
It
ashtray.
just like the whole thing, like because when he told Nate that he didn't know anything about him and he's a mystery and all of this, that, and the third, and he realizes that he's fucked up because of how he lived his life and all of that. And I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but this still doesn't. I mean, this still doesn't. This doesn't absolve you of like
And
your
the
Of
thing
what
what.
you
about
did.
it
Yeah,
is,
And
you
this is
know that the
Sam trying to
wife,
humanize him still. Like
but the,
this.
the wife is stupid as hell anyway, because he just even said, you know how many fucking men I fucked? Like, you know how many,
I'm like, damn.
things that I was, doing? And she knew. She was fully aware. And okay,
Mm-hmm. You know she
clearly
seen them.
you were
She
okay.
seen them damn tapes. I feel like they probably all seen them shits.
Hmm.
Except for the oldest. I feel like the oldest is above it. The oldest is not in high school. Like he's what is he even doing here?
he lazy. He don't do much. He doesn't do anything.
He's a white privileged young man
Right.
who has this white supremacy and white privilege and can live off his parents' money, and then they're gonna find him a job where he's gonna make more money and have his kids do nothing and make money and live off of that. That's how it goes for them.
Mm. I mean, well, I think yeah, he yeah. We never really see him either. So it's like I feel like I really do be feeling like Nate the only child.
Oh man.
I mean, do you feel bad for Nate now? I mean, even though
No.
he's still a bad guy, like
All of
these are,
these people are egregious. The only people
Hey,
I feel
I
bad
don't
for.
feel listen, I don't feel bad for Cal because even after your first child and you felt like that, locked you in, you wouldn't have more.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I don't feel bad for anybody. The only people I feel bad for slightly is the wife. Because
I
like
don't feel bad for her either. She knew exactly what she was getting into. I think she knew when they were in high school that he liked the friend.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
because
know.
girls got the best gaydar.
Exactly. Exactly. She
They
knew.
know they know, but
She
I'm not.
knew.
But I could
She
change
knew
him. I
full
could
well.
change him. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Oh, she knew. That's why she decided to have a baby because she could have clearly went and had a you know, plan B. She could
Mm-hmm.
have clearly went and got whatever. She could have said, "Hey, this happened," and Cal could have been like, "Hey, I got some money stowed away. We can make this happen."
And then he said Nate was his biggest regret. That was one thing that kind of was like gut punching a
Which
little bit.
didn't make sense because Nate is not even the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So how is Nate?
I
I,
think in the sense that he sees himself in Nate, like he sees Nate going down that same path. and he feels like it was his fault. Now I didn't get that until someone
And then
told me.
Nate is literally a horrible person. Like he don't know, he doesn't know to the extent of the things that Nate does, but he knows Nate is a horrible human being. Like
He is.
He's like a
we've
prodigy
seen
of
Nate,
him.
right? We've seen Nate blackmail. We've seen Nate extort.
Hit a woman.
We've seen Nate do all types of like just horrendous things to people. So I feel like he knows that Nate is capable or has done some very, horrific things. He just doesn't know what they are because, once again, as he said,
Which
I've
does
raised you
explain.
and I don't know who you are.
But I think
Mm,
that because of all of that, I think they're going to drag this whole Nate Cassie thing out, where Cassie and Nate's plot line and storyline is going to be strung along just to bother Nate, just to give Nate that, yeah, you done did all this horrible shit. Yeah, you got this coming. This gonna get drug out. You gonna have this fucking psychopath,
She gonna she gonna get
Because
pregnant again.
Kathy gives very much psychopath features.
She
Okay,
gonna get pregnant again and
she
had
might
a
do it. She
baby.
might do a Drake. Oh, let me stop. He probably going to not with the hot sauce.
Not do
not
a
the hot
Drake.
sauce.
Oh, dead.
I still don't understand what the hot sauce was supposed to do, but burn the
I don't
people.
understand what it was
Like,
supposed to
'cause
kill
that
the
would
sperm.
burn.
It will
Like,
burn, but you don't. But the sperm won't work.
but that would burn. Like, I wouldn't subject myself to hot.
No, no, no,
He
no.
didn't. He put
He
it in
puts
there
the hot
after.
after. Yeah.
He put the hot sauce in there
My thing
after
is, you
to
don't
kill the
flush the
sperm.
condom. Like, what's going on? But
You're
anyway,
not supposed to flush condoms.
really, would it gets clogged
No.
or something?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
But it never got clogged for me though.
Well, I mean, maybe it did in some other
Wait a minute.
mm,
Wait. So you put the hot sauce in the condom afterwards?
afterwards. Yes, because the
Yeah.
sperm would get ruined. Like you can't use it. Like it won't work.
What did he think the girl was going to take the empty condom
I
and
mean, because that's
put
what
it
she did.
inside
That's
of
why.
her?
That
That's
she
why the
did. That's why
story.
she's
That's what
suing him
she was.
because she got a little. She burned.
Oh, she got burned. Oh, okay.
Not okay. Well,
Oh, dear.
oh, back on topic.
But I never really read the whole story because I hate Drake. He's always going to be in a wheelchair at the grassy hot to me, and that's just how I
Oh,
feel.
dear. I can't.
I gotta start watching Degrassi because they're coming back with another show.
He will always be wheelchair bound. Like I'm not going to
Not
admit
he will
that he
always
is.
be wheelchair bound.
I am never going to admit to you all that I remember the original Degrassi before he got on there, but I think I
Mm-hmm.
just did. God damn it!
Was
Yeah.
that one back in the 90s?
I
Don't
mean,
do
all of
that.
their parents
Don't
were
do that.
all of their parents were literally on the show with them. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
they were. Most of
Well,
them were either
No,
parents or
no, no. I'm
teachers.
saying don't try to make me feel old.
oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you know,
I apologize.
moving along. So,
But yeah,
yeah,
he'll
towards
always be
the end,
working.
I think that's when after we don't know if Cal is leaving, or because he said see y'all soon or something like that, see y'all later or
He'll be
something. But
like, I'm out.
he took the painting, so they're saying maybe he is like going somewhere, child, or
Right, because
maybe
he's like, I'm out. I
because
I
he
just
feel
need him
like
to get stuck somewhere and
I feel
have
like once
aspirin
he's sober
continue to
and his
beat him.
concussion heals, he'll be fine.
he'll come right on back and acting
Right.
fake as ever. I
I
mean, I like how this episode. And it is centered around drinking because everybody was drinking. They was bringing Seagrams. I'm like, not the Seagrams.
right.
The
White
fact that
the
they
White
stole
Claw.
White Claw, of all things to steal, y'all stole White Claw.
Right. There were so many
Not
things
for
that
loco,
y'all.
baby cousin.
Well, I really
It's not
feel
even.
like,
It's not even that. Because at least Four Locos. At least if you drink a pack of Four
yeah,
Locos,
they
you
stole
get buzz.
they
I mean, more
stole
than a
something
buzz
that's
if
like
you drink Four
2%
Locos.
alcohol.
But like White Claw don't even give you a buzz. White Claw
Right,
don't
it's
even
like
hit the
2%
spot. Like
alcohol. It's
Mm.
really like 2% alcohol.
But you know
Like
what?
my
Wait. Because when I was in high school and I drank, I had a lower tolerance because I never drank before. So we can
but
get
these
you.
kids drink every
listen,
I'm
weekend,
trying to test
practically.
y'all tolerance, but
my aunt's Kool-Aid, okay, that she makes and puts half a bag, 5 pound bag of sugar in, is more potent. It has more alcoholic content than the goddamn White Claw. Let's just be clear. Let's be I'm just being clear about
Child, I
this.
had like a look when I was in high school. I took like a little bit of a shot, like a little sip, and I was like, ooh, like I was woozy and everything. Now
Child.
Yeah.
that was a little sip, okay. Now
Child.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I like how this episode, like the truth is coming out, so that tells us that we're gonna get some type of resolution with these characters a little bit. I
We
mean,
got
I
a
don't know.
long ways away before we get resolution.
Yeah,
I think we're a
we got
long
like what,
ways
6 more
away from
episodes
resolution.
because they said there's gonna be 11 episodes this season.
And we're on episode 4, so we're a long ways away from some type of resolution. I don't think we're getting no resolution till maybe episode 10 or 11.
So
Let's
do you
just
think
be clear.
we reached the climax? Like we're like up.
No, we're nowhere near climax.
Really, we're in the rise in action.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
As
English.
an English teacher, as
Hmm.
the English and writing teacher, you
Hmm.
learn. People think the climax comes in the middle. Climaxes usually come all the way toward the very end. And the
Um,
falling action happens really quickly, quicker than you can even believe. But what a lot of people identify as the climax is probably still rising action because rising action has peaks and valleys until you get to the true climax. But how you know a climax? Something changes about the main character. There's a very significant change about a main character.
hmm.
And then everything at the end happens really quickly. Like they just rush toward the end really quickly.
Mm.
That's how it happens. So I
Okay.
would. That's why I can easily say it's going to be episode 10 or 11
10
where
or
you
11.
have the
Wow.
climax,
So
the
we got.
true climax.
I
And a
don't
lot
think
of
Ru can
times, a
take any
good
more drugs
climax.
at this point. Like,
No, a lot of times a real climax. A lot of people miss because they
mhm,
think that it's a part of the falling action when it's actually really the climax, and people just overlook it because it's something very subtle that
mhm.
makes a dramatic change in the main character.
Right. Mm.
And there I went into like teacher mode. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
mean
I was in it. I was like,
did
okay.
not mean to go with like straight teacher mode there.
No, English is my
But
favorite subject, but no, I like. Yeah, I know about that. It's the rising action, then it's the climax, and falling. Yeah, I'm not really good at making stories. I was never good at it, but I love hearing about it, like when it comes to like watching stuff and reading. But we get like a little abstract sequence at the end, as always. We get in the beginning and the end. It was a whole lot of stuff going on. Okay, Rue was going to church. We thought she was going to die.
yeah, because Lab was saying, listen, Lab was taking me on the
Anytime
road.
Labrum steps into the room, I'm like, oh, some shit didn't happen. What's going on?
Listen, you know when Lab
I don't
starts
even know who
speaking,
that is
you know
for real.
you
The
about
dude
to
that be singing all, that dude that's always singing the songs on there.
Right, I know he, but like I've never heard his music outside of that.
Really? Labyrinth's good. He's pop.
I've never heard his music outside of the show either. I'm just being honest.
Well, he's more on the pop side. I don't know about y'all genres, y'all.
I don't have a problem with
I
pop.
don't right. I don't have a problem with pop music.
I've just never heard him.
I'm too
Mm.
at
Like,
this point.
give
I'm
me
too
a song
old for
that he
new
sings.
artists. I'd be like, who?
Not too old. Not. I
I'm
ain't no
too.
look. I ain't the youngest here.
You are.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Lord, I thought. I don't know why I thought you was my age. Okay.
Yeah, you are the youngest here.
Uh, well, anyway, we as we move
I
on.
mean, I'm 22, so I mean,
Oh my
Not
god.
22. Yes.
hey, you gonna give me this 22, bitch? You gonna give me this 22,
No,
and
I bet you gonna give me this 22. Look,
you
okay.
gonna give me this 22, and you gonna like it, whore?
But then we also see like, okay, so we talked about this earlier. We was like, that man that was coming into the room with Jules. You saying so? People are saying y'all saying this Elliot.
Yes, that was at his house.
What was them two little marks? I'm like, did she get scratched? Is she scratching herself? Like, what is that?
I thought she was
Well, you know
cutting
she used to self
herself or something.
harm.
She did. Oh, I ain't know that.
She's the what?
She used to self harm.
That's what I was saying. I thought that was them showing how she used to cut herself.
I don't know. Like, if that's the case, I really feel like Elliot and Jules is gonna be like a thing. But see, I
I
don't think
don't
I
Jules
think
know.
they
care.
already are.
Even though Jules, not Jules, Rue might actually not give a fuck. Like, I feel like she would
Because
not care.
Elliot has already admitted, I like anything that's breathing. Any way the wind blows, I'll fuck it or I'll get fucked by
Yeah,
it.
he'll probably cheat on Jules. Jules will be in shambles again. Jules need to be by herself.
But
Like,
Jules might cheat on him. Let's be clear who the real whore here is.
okay, enough of this Jew slander. Like,
I mean, there's no slander in
But
being a whore.
Jules is easily swayed. We've
I'm a
established
not
listen,
easily swayed.
Jules
as
is
a
easily she's one of those people that always needs somebody to love
I
her
mean,
because
I'm a
she's
Mhm.
just
whole
so
ass whore
traumatized by not
myself.
being loved by the
There's
people that she's
nothing
supposed to
wrong
be
with
loved
being a
by.
whore. I'm a whole ass whore
So
myself, so I
she's
know there's nothing wrong.
always looking for validation in her partners.
Mhm.
And so like just like with the girl when she went home and the black girl and she was all in love with her. And then she was back in love with Rue, and now she's slightly in love with
She's
Elliot.
spiraling.
Girl, right? She's always doing something. Like she's always in love with
No,
somebody.
I'll be rooting for Jules though.
I mean, you can root for her, but that doesn't change the fact that
That
her
don't mean
character is
she's not a
flighty.
whore. She's a whore.
Now
She's a whore.
we seen like a little picture of Cassie with the flowers in the background. Actually, that is the thumbnail of this video. You know, just symbolizing the fact that she would just always be broken.
No, the thumbnail should have been her vomiting on everybody. That
Oh no,
that
we
should have
cannot
been
show that
the
on
goddamn.
YouTube.
Because basically, metaphorically, that's what she did this episode. She
Hmm.
just vomited all over the place this episode. That's essentially what she did this episode. Just vomited all over me. The fucking mess.
She wasn't. I mean, I wanted her to get it together. Like I want her to fake that shit. Like
She did
cry in
not.
the bathroom, come out and be like, you know what? I don't care. You hear what's up?
Well, that's
Like
not
I
how high school
said,
girls
I
work.
I really feel like that vomiting scene was a metaphor for what Cassie did the entirety of this episode.
Mm. I thought
Great
she was
writing.
doing something when she got into that bathing. So I'm like, okay, you about to strut. But people said it worked.
No, it didn't
People said
work.
Nate not worked in the sense like in the end, but like Nate was paying attention. She wanted attention from Nate, and that's what she got.
Nate shouldn't have been there. Let's
Yeah.
just be clear. Nate is no way. I'm the only guy at this party. No God. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Right. And what
We're
was the
not
mother
doing that.
doing? The mother just was just over here. She
The
said, "Look,
mother was
She was
passing
letting
out
them
drinks.
drink.
She was
She
passing out
specifically
drinks.
said,
Let's just
"Don't
be
tell
clear.
your parents that you came
Right.
over
Or
here to
you never
drink."
gonna be invited back to my house. Girl, she was passing out drinks like, okay, we here for this. It's time to turn up.
it's that friend mom. That's why your daughters is the way they is now, child."
Hmm.
Well,
Mm.
I don't think they're bad. I just think because like Lexi is like Lexi's like one of those
Let's be
overachieving ass
clear.
bitches.
Not
If I'm a
overachieving.
parent, listen, let's be clear. If I'm a parent and I find out that another parent
Mhm.
was, it's one thing if they sneak and get drinks, but you passing out drinks to my
Right.
goddamn child. Oh, bitch, I'm coming over there and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh,
I'm gonna
because you
fuck
can
you
smell
up.
that. You can smell that liquor when they get home, child.
Right. Cause who is one thing, cause you know how teenagers are. They love to throw the blame and responsibility.
Hmm.
As long as they can get the blame and shift the blame and responsibility off them, they will do that shit. So you let's be clear. The first time they parents be like, wait a minute, the alcohol I smell, and they're gonna be like, I know that, and they're gonna be like, oh no, we were given it was given to us by so and so and dot 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 dot. She said we could have it.
My daddy used to let us do stuff, but he'd always say if you get caught, I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, yeah. Some parents have their friendship like it's like a friendship and not like a parent. Uh.
Like, first of all, as a parent,
Hmm.
why the fuck are you the only grown ass person and it's a whole bunch of goddamn teenagers there? That should have been the first sign. Now, what you should have did was listen. I'm about to go hang out with my good girlfriends. I'll
Hmm.
be
She
back
ain't
at
got
this
none. She a
particular time. You see?
wino.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
well, I know.
Or I'm
Sometimes
about to
she can.
go out. She should have went to a bar, lied and went to a bar, and said, "I'll be back at this time.
Hmm.
Whatever y'all do from now until this time, I ain't got nothing to do with that."
Because she was over here trying to be. She was trying to be down on a lot of stuff. And then she was looking at Cassie like, "What's wrong, Cassie? Girl, leave her. Let her be.
Mhm. You doing too much,
Let
huh?
her
You
be,
were supposed
child."
to
'Cause
leave.
look.
That way you got culpable deniability.
Mm. Well, I think this episode was pretty good. I was at the edge of my seat.
It
It
was
was,
a good episode. It was
yeah, it
because
was. I mean,
that
this is.
last scene when it was in the church and
Mhm.
all of that, I was like, it was captivating. It was
Like
very
there was
captivating.
not, and I don't mean to. Let me knock on wood because it can set the bar back down for the next episodes. But there was not a dull episode this season so far.
I'm not gonna say
And
that this was. I'm not gonna say it was an adult episode.
Well,
But
I'm
I
just saying it
would
was. There
say,
wasn't a. You think there was so far?
mm, for me, dull is predictable. Like when I can say, okay, when I see something and say, oh yeah, that was predictable. That was
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's dull to me. Not that it may not be good, but if I can say I need something that I'm going to be like, oh, I can see that happen.
Mm-hmm. So you felt like there were like kind of there was
Like I
episode.
felt like it was early
Mm-hmm.
for Cassie to shoot her load with Nate. Like she should have held on to that. So that kind of surprised me that she shot her load that early. The
Mm-hmm.
whole cow monologue was good as fuck, and I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
I did not see the
So it was
cow monologue.
unpredictable. Yeah.
Not for you having a Christmas sweater on, Harry.
Look.
We
Yes.
all the way into January 31st that you got on the Christmas sweater. I ain't mad at it. It's cute though. It's cute.
Not Christmas in January, honey.
It's not even
Yeah.
Christmas. I mean, it's Christmas, but it's not Christmas. It's just Fair Isle. Like that's the name of the pattern, Fair Isle. But it is what it is.
Aren't
It's
those
rainbow.
Christmas trees? Are those not Christmas trees?
I mean,
They palm trees. Look,
right? They,
No,
evergreens.
those are not palm trees. As someone
not.
from Miami who knows what palm
Oh no,
trees
I
look
didn't say
like,
they were palm trees.
I mean,
That's
oh, my bad.
pine trees, pine cones.
evergreen
Yes,
Pine
trees.
cone trees.
evergreens.
Evergreen.
Yeah.
Yes,
They could be
Yeah.
evergreens. Let's just say evergreen.
they are
Evergreen.
evergreens. They're definitely
What?
evergreens.
Hmm. Okay, what's
Hmm.
your final thoughts on this episode, child? What y'all want for these
I
characters in
give
the
it a
next
B plus.
season? Okay.
I get and that's
I want to know
strong.
what the dude came and told Fasco.
Oh,
Um,
oh, that lady about to get her.
yeah. Unless Fesco bear her out, but I'm really I'm like
I
hoping
don't want Feds to bail her out. I want no
um,
parts of him bailing
But
her
you know,
out.
Fed's gonna have to.
right.
He's gonna have to. That's the
Fed's
thing.
gonna be like
That's his
Fed's gonna end
character
up
arc.
just like he killed old dude that was coming in the house. He gonna end up probably killing him and being like the kingpin of the city.
So
Cause
Okay.
you think Fez? I
ask her
don't
about
think
it about
Fez
it.
is gonna kill old girl. I don't see Fez killing old girl. I don't
He is too
see.
comfortable to be killed easily. Like it's gonna be a little.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna get the opportunity to kill old girl. Like she don't fuck off like that. Like Mama is one of those. She's like what's my girl from Miami during the cocaine cowboys? Giselda,
Mm,
who was
Griselda.
running the drug game and was like, girl, I've met her in person. I'm not gonna tell you that I met her in person. Anyway, I met her.
I'm not about to do this.
But yeah. And they're very comfortable like that. Like they don't have a care in the world. They're not worried about anything because they know the moment you even attempt, somebody's taking you out that got sniper rifles on you and you don't even know it.
I know your address. I know where you live. I know where you frequent, your school you go to, the people that you hang out with. She's gonna get caught. And my thing is like, and this is another reason why. And I get it. She's an addict, but like, Rue just be pissing me off because she be putting herself like she be digging that hole. Like she digs that
Hmm.
every episode.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely gonna dig the hole, just like I feel like she's lashing out, just like she lashed out with Ali last episode. She lashed out on Jules this episode. Like she's gonna slowly lose people. Um,
Sis could have
that
got a job if she couldn't afford the damn narcotics.
so it is what it is.
Hell. All right. Well,
So
we'll
I want freedom. I want freedom for Maddie. I want as much as I'm gonna play Jenna's part. I want freedom for Cassie. Um, and yeah, I
I
really
want
hope she either sell these drugs and figure it out, or
is
Taylor
she gonna
for
get that? She gonna
me.
get that case. First of all, the girl gonna get that case back, and she gonna collect. She gonna collect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's
Rue,
listen. Rue is going to Pablo Escobar in
because we've
Mexico.
seen
I can't wait for
cops
that.
is around now. Like, so the cops is being called.
Now, for me, I want Taylor to go back. Why I keep calling this man Taylor? Nate. God damn it. Why I keep calling this man Taylor? I want Nate to go back to being the true antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to fuck with Cassie. I can't stand Cassie in this role.
I can't
Cassie's
stand Cassidy.
character this episode irks every part of my soul from episode one. I just can't stand
Mm-hmm.
her. So I want Nate to go back to being a true antagonist. and antagonize her and do all kinds of things to make her life horrible. Because I feel that's her just desserts for you going and sleeping with your best friend's ex-boyfriend. There's no justification for that. There's none. And I want that to happen with Nate. I also want this play to come out that Lexi's going to do and make her look like a whole ass horrible person. I cannot wait for Cassie to get drugged by this play that's going to come out that Lexi's going to do. I cannot wait. And Rue has to die. Rue has to die.
Oh my
Well,
god.
all right.
I doubt Rue's dying, but
I mean, I'm a horrible person. I'm a pessimist and I'm a horrible person. So.
Child. Okay. Well, we will definitely keep you up to date on the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. And until next time, I am your host, Aaron Green. And this is TGS Reviews. Bye.